Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you with another one. Today, I'm looking at High Wire Brewing's Hazy and Juicy and Hoppy and Fresh. This is a double dry hopped New England style IPA with Azacca, Mosaic, and Amarillo hops. Not sure when this beer was introduced. They actually have a really nice website. Um, highwirebrewery.com or highwire.com. Um, and I look, they have a nice layout where you can click on all the different beers. This one is not on the site at all. I could not find it. So I don't know if it just came out. Another thing on the website, everything that they have is shown in a bottle. This is a can. Not that that necessarily makes any difference. Um, Also, I'm noticing on the back it says New England style India Pale Ale brewed with lactose, which is kind of interesting. So maybe to give it more of a creamy mouthfeel. Um, so Highwire Brewing Company is. It actually says beer brewed and canned by the Three Ring Brewing Company, LLC, Asheville, North Carolina. So this beer is out of Asheville, North Carolina. So maybe the main brewery is Three Ring Brewing, and Highwire is a subsidiary of that company. Anyway, I really couldn't find out much about this beer. Haven't really had too many beers within this style, the NEIPAs. I had Sierra Nevada's Hazy Little Thing, but I don't think that's a true representation of a New England style IPA. This one is clearly labeled as such, and see what we've got here. So, gave it a pour, nice and hazy and orange. Looks almost like an orange drink. Nice creamy looking head. Looks like the head I got on the Boddington's beer not too long ago, the nitrogen can. It's got a very creamy looking head. Um, I don't see any bubbles streaming up the glass, but it's super hazy, so I just might be missing it. I don't see any sediment or anything like that floating around in here either, but it is very hazy. Let's get the aroma, guys. Hoppy, definitely hoppy. You're picking up on some nice citrus. More of an orange citrus than a grapefruit citrus, though, which is nice because a lot of IPAs have that grapefruit forward presentation, which I gotta be honest, I'm not really too fond of. This one is more orange. I'm getting some guava. A little lemon in there as well. Maybe a touch of grapefruit, but that's definitely not the primary citrus that I'm picking up with this. There's some other fruit I'm trying to think. Mango. Mango, I think that's what it is. A little mango as well. It smells really fruity, really juicy, I guess you could say. Very hoppy, though, as well on the aroma. And that's pretty much all I'm getting, guys. I'm not really picking up like barley malt or any bready type notes on the aroma. Maybe like an oat type thing. I don't know if this is brewed with oats. It doesn't say. But anyway, that's about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Cheers, guys. It's even more fruity on the taste. It's it smells like it's going to be a little bit more bitter than it actually is, which is nice for me. It is juicy to a certain extent. It's got a lot of fruit flavor that you're getting from the hops, which is nice because the hops that present with that fruity um, flavor versus like your piney type notes, they're more drinkable for me, and they're more appealing to me because I love fruit. So I'm picking up on the orange. Definitely picking up on orange with this one. Some of that guava, mango, a little bit of pineapple on the palate. I'm picking up on some pineapple. I wasn't picking that up on the aroma, but I'm definitely tasting a little bit of pineapple. A lot of tropical fruit, you know, pineapple, mango, guava. I don't know if those are necessarily tropical fruits, but they're very, yeah, I guess you could call them tropical fruits. The grapefruit was on the aroma. I'm not picking up on any grapefruit in the taste. It's more orange, pineapple, guava, mango, like I said. No grapefruit on the taste, which I really like. The grapefruit IPAs have kind of worn out their welcome with me. I just don't really go for those anymore. Not that they're bad, I just don't really prefer that grapefruit flavor in my beer. If I want grapefruit, I'll drink grapefruit juice. Very enjoyable. The body is medium. The carbonation is medium as well. Very fine, little prickly carbonation going on, almost like a champagne-like carbonation. Um, it does have a little bit of creaminess in the mouthfeel, which I guess is coming from the lactose. I didn't even realize that until literally when I read it off to you guys in the video. In this video, I had no idea it had lactose in it, which I don't know if that's typical for this style. I don't think it is. Oh, wow. Pour the last little bit in there, and it actually got more hazy and more orange. And now there is a little bit of sediment floating down to the bottom. I guess it was just kind of settled down at the bottom of the can, and when I shook it up and poured the rest in there, it broke free. So a little bit of sediment. This is a good one, guys. This is really good. This is not typically a style that I would gravitate towards, but I love the fact that it's got all that tropical fruit flavor. And the bitterness, although it is bitter because of all the hops that are in here, it's not really coming across as bitter as it would be if it was grapefruit and piney forward with the hop presentation, which this one is not. The fruit forward presentation with all the tropical fruits in here kind of makes the bitterness okay, if that makes sense. For me, anyway. The 7.5% alcohol is non-existent. You're not picking up on any alcohol whatsoever with this one. The finish is... it lingers a little bit because the hops, any hoppy beer, I find, is not a super quick drop-off. Because like you get with your American adjunct lagers, especially like light beer, that type of thing, where after you're done swallowing it down, there's nothing left. No aftertaste, no nothing. With this one, because it is hoppy, you get a little bit of that hop bitterness that kind of lingers after you swallow it down. But it's been probably 30 seconds now since I've had a sip, and it's gone. So it's slightly lingering, but it's not lingering to the point to where it would become unpleasant and cause the drinkability and enjoyability of this beer to go down. So one more sip, I'm going to give you guys a rating. This is an excellent beer. I bought a 4-pack, and I've had a few of them now out of that 4-pack. Well, this is my third one, actually. I've got one more left. The first time I looked at it was on Massachusetts Beer Reviews with Eric Fraunfelter and Michael Kormaroff. I started out giving it an 88, and then I bumped it up to a 92. Well, you really have to drink a few of these to get a true rating, I think. Especially for me, since this is not a style that I typically go for. So I'm going to bump it up again. I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100. I think it is really excellent. It's a pretty solid A beer. If you're a big New England style IPA drinker, you might say this is a 98 out of 100, and I wouldn't argue with you. It's definitely well crafted. It's excellent for the style, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really happy that I was able to find this because New England style IPAs are not as popular in Georgia as they are in a lot of other places. The sour beers are more popular here. So anyway, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 94 out of 100 for Highwire Brewing's Hazy and Juicy and Hoppy and Fresh Double Dry Hop New England Style IPA. Hope you guys are having a great day, and until next time, cheers.